Guten Tag, mein Kameraden. I am presently with President Donald Trump's Blitzkrieg. Yeah, I know, you thought those Blitzkriegs were over with the Second World War. However, we still have numerous ones going on, thanks to the dazed and delusioned masses from the left who still don't get it, and they still don't understand our president, or the millions of people who voted for him. Trump's tax plan rolled right over them. All of them were completely frozen out of the processes, the Democrats in both the House and the Senate, because they didn't want to help anyway. They didn't want to participate. They were worried about the dreamers and all those illegal immigrants. They don't give a shit about Americans. And I predict he's going to do likewise with everything else he proposes next year and years after that. The left simply doesn't get it. It never respected those of us who are responsible citizens of this great land. And we finally had to rise up and create a revolution, the likes of which no one's ever seen before. Many of us were with Bernie Sanders, but his revolution faltered and failed. Donald Trump's took over and has been moving on and on and on. The stock market's finally behaving the way it's supposed to in a healthy economy. American workers now are getting better wages and, more importantly, better wage increases than ever before. I can personally attest to this regarding my family members. Our national GDP is averaging over 3% a year, something that never happened under that loser Obama when he was too busy apologizing to the world for our country, as if we had anything to apologize about. I just read that we just pushed to have the UN budget cut by 1/3 billion. It's about time, since they are totally useless, and that's just a cesspool for these third world countries that don't do anything for societies anywhere. I can't wait till President Trump evicts all of them out of our country and turns a UN building into another rich resort for rich people. So the left is now saying President Trump will fail since the Republican Party doesn't need him anymore after the tax cut plan. Oh, really? Don't hold your breath, folks. Appointing more judges to the appellate courts, more than any other president's done in the history of the appellate court, opening up the onward oil fields when over 3 decades other presidents failed miserably trying to do it or not doing it at all, overturning expensive regulations that the President Change and Hope Obama tried to ram down our throats, getting rid of the incompetent Obamacare, which was costly, penalized people for not taking it, and it'll free up the healthcare markets and the free market system in general, allow Americans to behave as adults and make their own decisions, something Obama and the Democrats don't think's possible or should be allowed, because after all, it takes a village of everybody feeding off of everybody else. Sorry, that's over. By the time President Trump is through, people will be saying, Obama who? Is that a disease? So no matter what the left tries to lie about or do to defame him, the Trump blitzkrieg will go on. He will make our country great again and the envy of the rest of the world. In fact, it's happening now. Happy New Year to everyone, especially to President Trump.